Video walkthrough on Thor Freedom Elite. We'll start in the back. Do got a receiver back here with a, looks like a 4 flat in the back. So you can tow your car if you got a car to tow or a trailer or something like that. You have an 8,000 pound limit, 500 pound tongue weight limit. Very nice. Do got removable bumper caps. That's where you're going to store your sewer hose. That's going to be the perfect spot to store your sewer hose. Got your black tank flush. This is where you're going to screw your hose to. When you're dumping your black tank, you can turn that hose on. There's a little nozzle in the tank that'll kind of flush everything out. To the left of that, city water. If you go in somewhere that provides water, that's where you're going to hook up your water to, and you'll be able to pull. From city water pressure, you won't need to run your pump or anything like that. 30 amp shore cord. This is your shore cord. It comes with a unit. It'll be in that compartment, and I'll show you on the other side. And they're about 25, 30 feet long. Below that, pretty obvious. So where you're going to fill your tanks up. Your gas tank. Right here, sewer connection. Make sure this gets put on for you. Oh, you're looking at silly me. All right. Always make sure these are closed before you take your cap off. And then I always do your black tank. Let that get all the way drained out. And then I do the fresh tank, not the fresh tank, the gray tank. That'll flush out your sewer hose. So you don't have to carry around the sewer hose dripping with black tank water. Do have a cable inlet. So if you are going somewhere that provides cable, you can hook it up through here. Water heater, very simple. All you gotta do when you're ready to use it, put your plug in that hole right there. Get it started by hand. 15/16 is the socket size. I like to use a little short socket with an extension, ratcheting wrench. It's easiest for me. They do make like a box end tool. You can buy it, it's meant for it. I always end up hitting my knuckles when I use it on all this. So I just buy a cheap socket, cheap wrench. Easier that way for me. Once you get the plug in, you're good to fill it up. Once it's full, you'll be able to turn it on. You're good to go from there. Definitely recommend draining it after every trip. You don't want water to sit in there. It'll start to get stagnant and smelly, and it'll be a pain in the butt to flush out. Before you pull your plug to drain it, shut off all sources of water, whether it be from your pump or from your city water. Crack your pressure relief. Water will squirt out. That's fine. Everything out here is designed to get wet. Once it stops squirting out, snap it closed. Then you can take your plug out. If you neglect to do this, you're going to get a bath. And if you've been running it, you're going to get a hot bath. So keep that in mind. And then, besides that, regular maintenance. Do some regular maintenance to it. Clean in here, clean in here. I would flush it out every once in a while. So just leave the plug out and turn the water on. Just let the water flush through it. Be good to go. Make sure, like I said, clean in here, clean the whole thing quite regularly. And then you should have no issues with it. Furnace exhaust, just keep it clean in here and here. They do make screens for these. They usually don't recommend you running them with the screen on, but I see people do it all the time. You just didn't hear it from me. But the more you keep it clean, the more efficiently it's going to run. Access to your generator. You can take this cover off. You can perform any maintenance you can. Check the oil, check the air filter, do all that right there. You can start and stop it from the outside too as well. Freshwater fill. This is where you're going to fill your onboard fresh tank. Just rest your hose in there. Don't jam it in there. Turn it on and then watch it fill up. Watch it on the monitoring panel. Don't wait till water's squirting out of here to let you know when you're done. And then, just like the water heater, recommend draining it after every trip, and then we'll show you how to drain it when we get to it. Your cab, we will go into the cab when we go into the inside. Propane, you can tell it's your propane because all these stickers, and it's the only compartment door that doesn't lock. All the way to the left is on, all the way to the right is off. Let's put this cap on. That's where we fill it from. So this is the only thing you'll have to worry about, that and this. It says 3/4. 3/4 is actually full. there needs to be 25% room for vapor. Exhaust for your fridge, for air flow. Keep it clean. Clean it here, clean it here, clean it quite often. A couple times a year, I even recommend taking this off, cleaning back there too. Outdoor power, GFCI protected. All your GFCI outlets are on the same circuit. If one's gonna trip, they're all trip. Storage in here. It's pretty roomy. Dual lights in here too as well. Right. And then back to where we started. Ladder. Does have a ladder. Definitely recommend going on the roof every once in a while and checking it out, making sure nothing's wrong. Check the sealing around everything. And these usually have rubber roofs, so you want to inspect the rubber roof material itself too as well. Now we can go on the inside. Seat here. So you have controls for, first of all, more GFCI outlets. Controls for your awning, in or out. Your awning will not go in or out if your keys are in the ignition. And we can't open your awning out all the way due to there being a wall in our way, but we'll go as far as we can. It does not stop automatically when it goes out. You have to visually see that. When you see that bare gray metal tube and the flap hang down, you're all the way out. They are adjustable for pitch. Grab it right here. The large part of this, there's even a sticker on the other side. Tells you what to grab. Grab, pull down. You can have water pitch off to the corner rather than all the way along the edge. It's going to keep the puddle kind of isolated if it's raining. Or if you can lower both of them, and if it's sunny out, it kind of block the sun from going into your eyes. If you have it out and it starts raining really bad storm, roll the dang thing in. You don't want to risk it. We'll leave it out for now. Let's let some of the water dry out. And if you old and wet, as soon as you get the chance to, roll it back in. Let the water, roll it back out, sorry. Let the water dry off. You don't want it holding moisture. It's a little bit wet now, so we'll leave it out for now. But you really don't want it holding moisture, because then you'll end up with black streaks all over it, and it's just no good. Right here, light, controls for your light, for your awning right there. And the step light, you can turn on and off the step light out here. You have another light, switch to the left right here. That'll do that step light here. This one will do the main lights, and then you have a battery disconnect. Battery disconnect is if you're storing this in your at home, be unplugged. I recommend disconnecting the battery. But if you have the ability to plug it in when you're storage, make sure your battery is connected. Otherwise, the charge isn't going to reach the battery. And then below this, usually these do not have solar, but they're equipped for solar. So you got your monitoring panel right here. Yeah, it's not putting any solar out, but it is telling you the converter is putting out 13.7 volts. If you want the solar, make sure you let someone know, and they can get the solar put in. Yep. That's pretty much it for these array of switches here. Got some more switches up here. Start and stop your generator. Hold down stop. Do you see that light start turn on? You can hear the pump priming. Then you hit up start to start it. You can read how full your propane is, your battery, your fresh, how full your fresh tank is, your black and your gray. So we're going to have to dump that fresh tank. Then you controls for your water pump. If you're going to pull from your fresh tank, the water pump needs to be on. If you're using city water, you don't need the pump on. Then you have water heater on propane and electric. You can run them both at once. If you are going to use electric, make sure you do have water in it. More light switches here. One on the left is that light. One on the right turns that fan on up over there. Right, back to where we were. Folding cooktop, very nice. Fold this up, fold it back. All I gotta do to light it is turn it to the flame, twist your sparker, should light right up. Now, the gas is off, so it's not gonna light right now, so you won't be able to see it get lit. But it's super simple to light. Your oven's a little bit different. You turn that to the flame, push and hold. As you're pushing and holding on the flame, you go down in here and look. There is a pilot. So you push and hold there like this, and then you twist your sparker. Once that pilot is lit, you can then turn it to whatever temperature you want. When you're done cooking, you can turn it off to the flame and it leaves the burner off. Turns the burners off but leaves the pilot on. But I definitely recommend turning it all the way off when you go to bed. That light switch here, up does the knobs, down does the knobs and the oven light. Your microwave, standard household microwave, works just like the one at your home. However, this will only work when you're plugged in or off the generator. Fridge, very simple. Got a couple buttons on, auto, or gas, and then you have off. Recommend just running on auto. Auto is going to default to 110, so you can run it off your generator off when you're plugged in. If it would sense a loss of 110 volts, it would switch automatically to running off of propane. Now, these do take about 10 to 12 hours to get to operating temperature. 8 to 10, 10 to 12, depending on the size of the fridge and what the weather is outside. If it's hotter, it's going to take longer. So keep that in mind. Table right here turns into a bed. Just rotate this little lever over, push down. Lays down flat like that. Take these cushions, move them here, create a spot for them to sleep on. You do have seat belts. And then you do have some stored underneath here. Underneath here is going to be should be your fresh tank. To get to it, you need to unscrew this panel. There's two of them, 2 screws, number 2 square bit. Almost every fastener in here is going to be a number 2 square. You open it up, there's going to be a valve on the back of the tank. You can open that. That's how you drain your tank. Your fresh tank. Remember what I was saying? Your fresh tank. Over here, got you a TV. All you gotta do to rotate it is loosen these, and you can rotate your TV out. So people over there can watch TV. You have up in here this cable spot for your cable for your TV. You got power in here, and then you do have a, like I was saying, cable outlet for your TV. You do have in here, this is an HDMI cord. See if you can't find the end of it. Right here. So if you have like a Blu-ray player or a game console or whatever, you can hook it up to there. And it's already set up to ban your TV. You just gotta turn your TV to the right channel. Up here, this is removable to give you some more headroom. And you do have the ladder over there, which will hook onto here so you can climb up and down there. We'll kind of mosey our way into the cab so I can kind of demonstrate some of the stuff on the cab. So it's pretty much like any Chevy truck, Chevy box van. This will allow you to activate anything on the screen, so you can do trip meter, fuel range, average economy, fuel used, timer, average speed, whatnot, tachometer. You can do more information right here, oil life, engine hour, stuff like that. Here, change your display language, auto door lock, stuff like that. Then you use the check mark here to confirm anything. Nice thing about this being in the Chevy chassis, usually the Ford ones don't have it. This one actually has automatic daytime running lights. So you can do auto here and here, and then you have your dome light right there. And you do have cruise control down here. Trailer mode right here. 12-volt outlet, HDMI pass-through, USB charger. This will be hooked to the radio. There really is you'll never probably ever use this, but the USB charger, 120-volt charger, another 12-volt over there. Radio is super simple. Your radio, this radio only here is only ever going to work if that battery disconnect is on, even when you're driving down the road. Let's go through your channels with these. Push and hold these to save a preset. You can check band and you can go through other settings there. Go home. Get Sirius XM. This might not be equipped with Sirius. You have to pay for it, so it has it, but you just have to pay for it. USB dual mirror, so you can hook your phone up to it and mirror your phone through it. USB, so if you got music on a USB like flash drive, hook it through here. SD card, you can hook an SD card in there too. Bluetooth phone, Bluetooth music, you can Bluetooth your phone to this. You'd look for AVM 80, Xera AVM 80 on your phone. Pair your phone to it. You have rear camera, you can turn that on. So that's always on when you're driving down the road, so you can see behind you. It will also turn on when you shift into reverse. And if you hit mode, it will go back to the most. You can bring up this menu right here, so you can just skip to whatever mode you want. Here it also allows you to skip channels here, seek them. Push this power button, mutes it, push and hold, turns the radio off. It's very simple radio. And then right above that, climate controls, very simple. Defrost, feet, legs, both, and then your AC right there. Very simple, very, very simple. Let's take the keys out. Keys right here. Moving along. Got your breaker box. All your breakers for your 120 volt appliances. All your fuses for your 12 volt appliances. So you have a couple 15s, a 7.5, 7.5, a 5, and two 40s. Definitely recommend just buying a box of assorted fuses just in case, so you have something to replace it with. Light switch right here. Does, wow, that's pretty bright. Light for in the bed. And you got your thermostat. So all the way over is off. All the way over is your furnace. So it's very simple. This will kind of tell you what temperature it is inside. This will off or on, and then you change your temperature up there. And then that's where all your heat comes out of. Even though it's small, these are efficient, and it'll get really hot in here really quick. Bathroom, simple. Removable shower head. Nice sunlight that also gives you more headroom if you're taller. And then hot and cold, very simple here. Toilet, even more simple. You got a pedal on the side down here. As long as you're pushing it, you're going to be flushing. And the nice thing about this toilet is it's made of porcelain, or at least the base of it is. Just like your toilet at home, so it's going to feel more familiar. Right here you got that resettable GFCI, so if any of GFCIs would have tripped, this is the outlet you come and reset it at. You do have a fan in here. Click this, turns the fan on and off, and then you have your knob to open and close it. Alright. To the bathroom. The bathroom does magnet open right here. A few more things. AC. It's super simple to use. You just turn it to, you got fans, low and low, high, fan. That's just going to run the fan on the AC. It won't actually turn the compressor on. And then you have low cool and high cool. And then even though this is red like it is, see? It doesn't mean it has heat. It just means it's the warmest the AC will be. That's the coldest it'll be. Smoke alarm. Takes 9 volt batteries. When they start giving you those low voltage chirps like they do, replace the 9 volt battery. You should have some more, a little bit more safety appliances you need to be shown. And you should have a propane LP detector somewhere around here. I like to make sure people know where that is, because that's another safety appliance. It's got to be around here somewhere. It's not just gone. Like I said, I like to make sure people know where those things are. It's right over here. So that thing right there, below that outlet, is a propane and carbon monoxide gas alarm. So that's hardwired to the 12 volt system. There's no batteries you have to worry about changing on it. But if the battery in here starts to die, that's when it would be. That's when it'll start giving low voltage chirps, just like any other alarm. If that were the case, plug the trailer in, plug the camper in, let the battery charge up. You should be good to go. Speaking of battery, so the last thing I want to talk about before I sign off is your batteries under here. Lift up, lift this up right here. Oh, these can be, they're all different. There you go. Got one battery. You can add another one if you wanted to. I recommend taking the battery out in the winter, unless you're able to store this inside. The winter is pretty harsh on these batteries. And then last thing remaining, your generator. Usually your generator runs off the same gas tank that the chassis runs off of. So if your chassis is below a quarter of your tank, your generator will not start. That's the safety feature. It's going to keep your generator from running dry on you and leaving you stranded in the middle of nowhere. Alright, and then I'll give you one last look around. I got plenty of storage here. The one thing I really want to make sure you folks see, TV remote here, and then you should have somewhere around here a bag full of manuals make sure you guys know where that is. Just, I don't like leaving any stone left unturned. Huh. Well, you guys just see through all your compartments here. Plenty of closet space there. More in the bedroom, you got USB ports there, plenty of closet space through here. Huh. Well, where is, oh, you do have a trash can in here. There you go. Underneath the stove is a drawer. This bag will have all your manuals in it. Even give you some complimentary cleaner. These little gray things, definitely recommend using these. When you store this camper, you don't want your fridge to be closed. So what you do is you take these, hook them onto here. That's going to allow your fridge not to stay all the way closed, so it can breathe, but it also won't allow the doors to swing open freely. And then you do have this little curtain right here. That's curtain. Velcros from here all the way along the inside of here. And that'll block off the window so no one can peek in on you. Now, we're done. Hope you guys found this video informative. Hope you guys really enjoy this trailer. I really like these free humiliates a lot. Get a heck of a lot of good use out of it. And goodbye.